What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Action Sunday, and this week, and for maybe the next 2, maybe 3 weeks, before I temporarily take a hiatus to celebrate my wedding, and of course, as well as stuff going on in the month of October. More on that in a future video. So the next few weeks, I'm going to be looking at some spy thriller ones. I haven't touched much on this lately. I've touched a lot of other different subjects throughout this channel. You know, like this will be thrillers that are not James Bond related or Mission Impossible, since I think we have covered those already on this segment and on this channel before. So let's hop to it. This one is an all-time classic. This is 3 Days of the Condor. It came out in 1975. It stars Robert Redford, Faye Dunaway, and two other names, which I do not want to give away, but these two are the big headliners for this movie. And yes, believe it or not, if nobody has ever heard of this movie, well, you're about to be schooled, because this is considered quite possibly one of the best spy movies ever made. And I kind of agree, because I've seen this movie at least twice now. It's still fresh in my mind because you could just see a formula, because it's actually based on a real book. It's called 6 Days of the Condor. It came out in 1974. If you want more information, go check that out. Or better, find that book. Maybe I'm going to do it myself, because I just want to see how it differs, and from what we see on the screen. But anyway, for anybody that has never seen 3 Days of the Condor, so we follow Robert Redford, who plays an agent, a CIA analyst. Who let's keep that right, okay? He's an analyst / researcher. He's not technically a field agent, so he's like one of those bookish guys, your typical guys that you would know, that you would see sitting at a desk in an office in an undisclosed location. So his name's Joe Turner. So he's doing his job. He goes out for lunch, and somehow in that time, a group of hitmen or assassins come in and kill the other 6 people in this office. So yeah, and when he comes back, he realizes, oh shit, what happened? He calls up his headquarters, and then it goes from there almost like a pseudo cat and mouse game. It's like how do I say this? It's also borders the lines of who can you trust, who can you not trust. But how does Faye Dunaway fall into this? Well, after one part of this plot, I don't want to give much away. After one part of the plot goes awry, supposedly he's supposed to try to meet up with his superior, Wicks, played by Cliff Robertson. Yes, Uncle Ben from Spider-Man. I bet you guys didn't know this. Seriously. Oh my goodness, pretty cool stuff. So after that goes awry, he tries to say, okay, fuck this idea. I need to trust someone that's not related to the CIA, not a friend, no one. So he meets Faye Dunaway. She was just this random passerby, and he says, force her to take him to her apartment. So I would say, people would say, oh, that sounds like rape. Not really, because you say, listen, you need to hide me. And I can understand. Dan, looking at it through modern lenses, but who cares, okay? But from there, it gets really good, because what I'm just describing is possibly the good part of the meat of the entire story, because right there, it just really just goes awry. I really don't want to give much away for anybody who has never seen it, because I guess I don't want to show what happens, because it'll just demystify everything, because this is one of those spy movies that you gotta watch, okay? You gotta see. It just unfolds there, and you're just literally on the edge of your seat. And yeah, for a 1975 movie with the amount of thrills and action, it's there. But if you're expecting blood, guts, and explosions, it's not that. This is your typical spy thriller fare. There's a good part of the story of the movie that I kind of enjoy. It's probably the only crazy rip-roaring action besides the crazy shootouts at one point in the movie. This one is somehow he's in the apartment, in this girl's apartment named Hale. That's her last name. I don't want to give much of, I forget what her backstory is, or what her full character's story is. Faye Dunaway's character. Somehow, an assassin disguised as a mailman tries to assassinate him in this apartment, and it just gets batshit crazy. He's using the elements in his environment, the apartment, to his advantage, where it's like a gun or a pillow or a freaking lamp. He uses everything. It just shows you holy shit, that things are getting really, really crazy. But yeah. Really the nitty gritty of this story. The story, and to me, I feel like this is a good pacing. Good pacing. Like I don't think we get lost at all. I really like that action. I just think it was sprinkled throughout perfectly. But I feel like there's something missing. But yeah. I guess if you read more of I guess if I read more of the book, maybe I can understand some of these characters more. Like, oh shit, is there more to this conspiracy, that post Watergate scandal? Think about that for a sec, because this came out in '75. Okay, Watergate scandal already happened. So yeah. Think about that. Like, it's just crazy to think about. Like, all these cloak and dagger stories. Post that with it just tells you can people be trusted? Is there paranoia? It's crazy to think about it, but I don't want to go off on a rant and believe this kind of conspiracy bullshit. But hey, it's a cool movie. It's a cool look into the spy genre. Yeah, it's pretty neat. You gotta check this movie out. Okay. There is another actor. I don't want to tell who because that is the big shock reveal of who the villain is, and you'll be surprised what happens. Okay, it just goes from there, and I love the ending. It leaves it because like, oh shit, really? Did you really do that? Do that kind of thing? Well, yeah. You just have to see for yourself. Like I said, it just leaves the door open. It really is a quintessential spy thriller. It did a good job in that movie theater, and yeah, part of me wanted to say I really want to see a sequel to this, but to my knowledge, I don't think that ever happened. So yeah, pretty darn cool. I absolutely recommend this to any spy fan or any people that love the genre. And I absolutely, and definitely I would say, if you want to say, find the book. You might enjoy yourself. You might enjoy this movie. So with that in mind, I'm going to give 3 Days of the Condor an 8 out of 10. That's as best as I'm going to get, because yeah, is it considered the best? Yeah, like through the pace and the cast and everything, it's incredible. I would definitely go on my way to watch this movie, but holy shit. To me, this is like outside of Bond and Mission Impossible, to me, this is one of those quintessential movies that you have to watch before you die, all right? So that does for this week. Let me know what you think. You can watch this movie if you want to. Like I said, I've seen this movie twice. I happen to can catch it on TV or save it to my. I actually had it saved to an old DVR. So believe it or not. But anyway, that does for this week. Thumbs up, video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for some more awesome and exciting videos.